Hello everyone. This video is the instruction to let you know how you will be able to use the QHSC companion application, either through having the app for Microsoft Access installed in your system or through downloading the Access Runtime, which is a free version of Access. This application is built on the foundation of Access for Microsoft. So in order to be able to see the application and work with it, you have to have either Access already installed in your system, like here for example. If you come here, you can see Access here. You click Access, you open Access, which is here in this version. I'm gonna drag it. That's mean you have Access like this, okay? So then you open the Access, the home page for Access, for example, like that, and you will know that you have an Access application installed in your system. If you don't have Access installed in your system, mainly 75 to 85% of the application or companies, they already have Access as part of the package of Microsoft Office already installed in their system. So I would say 85% and more probably. Okay, and in either version with the Windows or Apple. If you don't have that, it's no problem. You can download the Access Runtime, which is a free version that allow you actually, after you install it, it will be in your system, and then all what you have to do, just download the application and click on the application. It will open as if you already have Access there. It's very simple. Just go to the here URL and just put Access Runtime. Okay, then you have the Access Runtime for version 2013, 2010, 2016. It depends on the application. It depends on the what type of window system you have on your system. Okay, let's choose for example 2010 or 2016 or 2013, it doesn't matter. But if you choose 2010 for example, you just like that, and then you say, can see download Microsoft Access 2010 runtime from official, means from the source itself. Okay, then when you open it, it's very simple here. All what you have to do, you check your system. Your system, is it, for example, this kind of system you have, this is what you're gonna download actually. In system requirement, if you have Windows 7 or Windows 8 or you are on this server, okay, you can see all the information here. If you have only 32-bit Access Runtime is supported on Windows XP. And then install instruction, very simple. The install instruction, straightforward. All what you do, just download it, click on the executable file, and you will install by itself. So it's very simple process. I usually install either one. I go with the Microsoft Access 2010 runtime or 2013 or 2016, doesn't matter. It depends on what is actually the system in your computer. Is it Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows whatever, or the latest Windows or 365, whatever. But it's all there for free. That's the first step. After you install that, and you click on it and install it, it will be just inside your system. It's not like an application you open it, but as the moment it's installed, it will tell you it's already installed. So now the process comes for downloading the Microsoft, the QHSC companion application, and that will be step number 2. The video that we just that you are watching right now, actually, it's a video that you will be downloading it from here. Okay, this is the video itself here. Okay, and if you don't have the time to watch it on the screen right away, you can actually come down here and click here instruction video, download it from here, and you can watch it at your own leisure time. Now the steps for downloading the application is very simple steps. It's very fast application. It will be downloaded very fast. All what you have to do, you just come here, it says QHSC full version single PC. Okay, because now you have a single PC. But if you have a company that has many PCs and they will use one database, then you have another version, and that's the one when you decide to purchase this application. Now comes the time to download this app for a single PC. Okay, for a single PC, because we have another version which is for multiple PC, which means many users can use the same database, and that's actually for companies when they decide to purchase it, if several people will be using the same database, and for a single PC if just a manager will be using it or an engineering will be using it to be the one who is in control of the data. Either way, we have them, but this is for a single PC now. Now, to download this, you can download it to any just folder and click on it right away. Or if you want to have a safe folder for it, especially if you have Access already installed in your system and you want to have it in a safe folder so everything will be safe, the process is very simple. We'll do it both ways. Okay. So you just go to Access. First of all, we're going to create a folder. Okay, so we're going to come to Folder, create a folder. Now we're going to go and create a folder here on this drive. For example, we're going to say new folder. We're going to call it QHSC Companion. Okay, so we create this folder. So we're going to make this folder safe. We go to our Access. These steps you don't have to do it. This is just if you have Access already installed in your system and you want always to run this application very smoothly, you want to do these steps. You know, it's good. You don't have to do it, but it's good process. If you don't have Access and you're gonna just download Access Runtime from the Microsoft Online, you don't have to do these steps. But if you have Access, it's good to have that kind of practice. Just press like that, and then go to Option, and then go to Trusted Center Setting. Okay, and then Trusted Location. Then choose that location where that file is. Add a location, browse it. Okay, we said our location is stored in this here, and this, see, and then click on that drive we created, this folder. Click on it. Okay, done. Okay, and then just close it. Done. And close the Explorer. Done. Okay, that's all. If you want to have a safe folder for it, or you can just download it straight to the download folder that exists on your document, and it will work just fine both ways. So we'll assume now we're gonna download it to that folder we just created. You just hit download and then double click it. Then we say we'll download. Make sure before you do that, because this step will not be completed or will not actually start. Okay, if you have this I here, which is third-party cookies blocked. So now we're gonna go this way, and now, as I said, make sure that this one is not blocked, because if this is blocked you cannot download it, so you have to unblock it. Okay, for the third party. Now we just hit download. It will ask you that it cannot scan this for viruses because this is a big file. Yes, it is a big file because it's an application. Okay, it's coming from my site, so I don't think you need to be worried about that. It's coming from my site anyway. Download it anyway. Just hit download anyway. Ask you where do you want to download it. See, you either go to download it to the download here, folder. We're gonna do that. Okay, or you can download it to that folder we just created here at this disk as a safe folder, which is this one here. You can download it there. Either way you want, if you have access and you created a safe folder, you can download it to it, or if you just downloaded runtime, access runtime, you can download it to here. Either way will be fine. We'll just go ahead and download it to this safe folder we created. I'm gonna say save it there. You can see it start downloading. It will download very fast actually. See, it's done. It's already downloaded. Okay, so now we are finished from this process of downloading the file. So let's go now and open the app. It's a very simple process. Now we downloaded the application. We can click on it twice and it will open straight where it is located right now, or we can go to the same folder and click on it. We'll do the same thing, you know, like we can go to the folder itself, you know, which we have it here, you know, and click on it twice, or click on it here twice. It's the same thing. So let's click on it. It will open right away. That's the application open. Okay, now all what you have to do here, I will give you just a short tour, you know, and then if you want to have the full version how this application actually it's functioning, then you can go to all the folders which I installed in the site, that each one has a video for each of the sections within this application. So now let's go for the short tour. You're gonna click here. Okay, this is for quitting the application. You're gonna click here. You're gonna have, see it has a limited time on it, this application, 60 days and above, between 60 and 90 days. Click here and then you press F-A-H-A-D, Fahad, you know, just regular, no capital, and then you put 1111 4 times. You click OK. Now you are on the application itself. You can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 3 by itself. It has 3. So you have 8. Then here you have 9, 10, 11. That's functional application. And then you have educational, which is 1, 2. Then you have 2 here. That's 14 altogether. So for example, let's go for internal, you know, and then you access the application from here. All this information, actually how to run this internal and external audit interface, you know, app, it's all built. I have already a video that has been designated for that purpose, explained to you step by step everything you need to know and how you can work with this application, sub-application. Now here, this is for all the reports, audit reports, any kind of reports, you know, related to your company, you know. And then here you have the operational supportive documents. If you are looking for a supportive documents, you know, you just allocate the documents here. Let's say for example I want an audit checklist, you know, or agenda, and then you press. So those are samples. Okay, now you can choose any sample like that. Let's say I'm going to choose this sample, the first one, which is here. Click on it like that, say okay, it's a sample. Okay, you have to remember this is a sample, you know, for a demonstration purpose only. And then you press open and the sample will open, and I'll show it to you right now on the other screen. Okay, and it's here. See, this is just a sample. Okay, sample audit agenda. You can have as many sample you want, you know, you store whatever, but this is just sample that I provided for demonstration purpose only. Okay, so that's sample. Now we don't need it. Just gonna now click on it. Now cancel that and close that form. Now to access this particular sub application, internal and external audit interface, it means all the audit reports, all the reports you have, any reports you want, surveillance report, you know, inspection reports, whatever you name it. If you need to know how to operate this app, there is a video for it, you know, on the site itself. So you go like this, you can see you have all the information related, you know, what you fill in, any information, and then all the search and report and all the statistic analysis, you know, you can see statistical analysis. And I have put some data just for the demonstration purpose, so it's easy for you to see, you know, but this data you can erase it and have your own data. But this data I just added, like for example 5 or 6 record, so the application will function and you will see exactly what it does. Okay, so and then you have it here also, all this information and how to interact with it. There is a video for that purpose. You will see it on the download page and you can click on it, and actually I can show it to you right now. If we just kind of go back to the area where we have our download page, here you can see, if you go down here, you can see this one here, this video related to that particular app, and this one related to the non-conformity app, and this is for the certified auditor app. And if you click on it, you know, it will take you to the site where you download that the video, and you can see it. You can see here, you can see, you just can click here, and then you will go to that particular video. You can see it straight from here, or you can download it. Download it is better because you'll have a better time to watch it in your own ledger, and make sure that this not checked, this I, because if this checked means no cookies, no, it will not allow it to download. Just for your own advice. So we're back again on that application, sub application. Now you can close it, you know, and you can move between all these sub application, any one of them you need, you know. Risk assessment, for example, risk assessment activities in action, you know, you fill the information here, you know, and then you close it and you follow the instruction. Anywhere you see a plus sign means that field has to be filled, otherwise the application will not close. Otherwise, if it closes, it will not save that record. Close it, and then if you wanna any reports, you can see all reports you can imagine are there. For example, who reports risk assessment. This data here just fictional, just for the demonstration purpose. I put it there. I put record like 6 or 7 record, just to give you an idea, you know, just give you an idea. And then you can erase those records very easy. You know, you just erase any record and start your own record. You just come here, for example, to the first one here, and every record you see you don't want it, just say here, delete record. You will delete it. Okay, and then if you want to add a record, the new record, always you have to press add a record. This is going next, going previous, and after you finish a record, you have to save it. And then after you save it, you refresh it. Okay, for example, I'm gonna add a record. Let's add, see, it's all empty now, blank. You can add your own record. Okay, and then when you finish, you save it, and then after you save it, you refresh it, So we'll be refreshing the data itself. Okay, so that's it. That's all to it. And then of course you can, like I said, you can open any one of this as you desire. Okay, and if you want some educational background, for example on ISO 9001 2015, this is educational. You come like that here and you can see, okay, yeah, all these main sections in the ISO. For example, in the leadership, click here. In the leadership you have those sub application. You have the organization role, responsibility and authority. Click on it and then you'll have what exactly it says, and this is some samples what exactly you'll be looking for. Okay, policies, for example leadership and commitment, whatever the clauses for that standard, it's here, and then I give you some samples what exactly you'll be looking for, so this will not be confused. That's to all of them actually. This one actually has, you remember this application can be applied to any standard, not just this 4. No, this 4 because this is like the mainly people are using, but you can put it in any kind of standard, you know, risk assessment standard, whatever standard you can imagine. Okay, but in general all the standards have what they call the common requirements, so those cover it. For example, occupational health and safety, you have both the older one and the newer one. Okay, and you just press on it. Then you press on it, you see it open at the back. Just close it here. Now, for example, operation. At operation, you see what it says, the clause, this clause itself, which is 8.1.1, operation planning and control. Does your organization and all this information here, and you can see it, you know, and I tell you see image, or I tell you exactly what exactly you're gonna be looking at sub clause. Okay, it's just straightforward, you know. For example here, any of this, you can see these tabs move you from one section to another section. Okay, so it will be handy. Some people, they already have their own, you know, reference, their own like I say, their own application related to this standard or any other standard. If you don't, it's available here, you can look it up also at the same time. Okay, so that is all actually that's necessary to operate this application. Like I said, it's a simple, straightforward, serve the purpose, very cheap, and it delivers a lot of data. Like in each of these applications, actually you have a huge amount of, you know, you can see huge amount of research, search, reports, huge. Each one of them at least have about 10. So you have about, maybe you have over 100 of reports, and statistics you have a lot. Like for this example, for statistics for non-conformity tracker, you have all this information, all NC tabs untrained, you know. You press, or this data already in because this is fictional data. Okay, and then you can see right away, give you, you know, how many you have finding, how many major NC, how many minor NC, how many observation, how many warning, you know. So right away, and the percentage, you don't have to think twice, you know. NC by month, NC status per year. NC status per year, you know, NC stand for non-conformity, and see, oh okay, closed, open, and past due. See, year 2023 I have this, I have that much. 2 of them were open and 1 of them were past due. Okay, so that's the year 2023. So I come 2023, it will tell me, okay, see, by itself the year, you know, and so many information, you know, by category, you know, you name it, you know, people, plan, process, you know, and it's just a lot of details, Okay, I hope now you enjoyed, and let me know if you need any assistance or extra information. Good luck and have fun with it.